So welcome to workshop number 3. In our last workshop, we learned how to create announcements and assignments on Google Classroom. In this video, we will see how students will be using Google Classroom so we can help create routines in the classroom that will help save time for both you and the student. In this workshop, we'll be looking at the lesson from the perspective of the student and demonstrate how they can access the lessons and how they should submit the lessons on the Google Classroom page. We'll also see how the teacher can grade work turned in on Classroom and return the assignments to the student. We'll also see how the teacher can grade the assignments on Google Classroom. So the first thing we're going to look at is student-created Google Doc or slide. So this will be an assignment in which the teacher assigns the students to create a Google Doc or a slide. Okay, so this is the teacher's page right now. And as you can see, we have this assignment, you in the Google Classroom. And as you see, there are no attachments here, but the students are instructed to write one paragraph or create a 5-frame Google slide about your previous Google Classroom or online learning experience. So that's the assignment that we've given the students, and what they are to do is to create something totally on their own using Google Docs or Google Slide. Okay, so now we've gone to the student page, and this will be student number 1. And so we can click on the class. We are on student 1's page. So we scroll down until we find the assignment we want. So I have the choice of either opening on the title page or on the open button here. So we'll open it here. Now as you see, we have several different options for the student. They can actually add a comment, and for you or others in the class to see, you can type in. If they have a question about the assignment, they can just type it out on that. Now, as far as the assignment itself, you see there are several different options here. They can mark as done. So that'll be an option if you have something that won't necessarily be posted online or on the Google Classroom. Say it's a worksheet. They can just hit mark as done once it's complete to let you know they've completed it. So pretty basic stuff there. Over here, though, as far as adding attachments, these are the key ones here. So this one is asking them they can either create a document, paragraph, or create a Google slide about their previous online learning experience. So great thing about this, you have 2 options. Add, so if they have something that they created on a Google document or Google slide already, they'll hit that and press add, and we'll look at that in a second. But we're going to do this one, which is a great feature, which is create. And once you open it, you have several different options. They create a document, a slide, a Google Sheet, or even a drawing. Since it's writing a paragraph, the student's going to choose to write a paragraph instead of doing the slide. They can hit Google Doc. And then this option comes up to let them know they have the option to turn it in once they've completed it. So now we're in the process of making the assignment. And once it's done, we just go to the turn in button and hit that. So we just click on this, and this allows the student to create a document. And being as we've created the document or the assignment on Classroom, it already has the title page and the student's name already on there for you. So by hitting create like that, it already titles the document for the students, which is nice because many times students kind of forget to do that. They have tons of untitled documents, and then when they go back to look for it, they can't find it. But now here, they already have their name, student 1, and the title of the assignment is right there for them. So now the only thing is for them to do is type and create their document. Okay, so the student has created their Google document with their paragraph about their relationship with Google Classroom. So now, all I have to do then is hit turn in, and it will turn it in. And so by clicking on it again, we can see that it actually did turn it in, and that's the actual document that they just typed out. So that one is ready to go. Now they also have the ability to unsubmit, say maybe they're not satisfied with it. Maybe they realize after looking at it again they made some spelling mistakes or grammar errors. They can unsubmit, hit the unsubmit button, and then edit the paper and submit it back again. So no problem with that. And now they can go back to their home page, and there is an notice here. It lets them know that they've completed it. That's done. So Classroom provides a little check mark there. They can clearly see that their assignment's done, so they can then move on to other ones. All right, so student 2 goes to the assignment page and opens it. Now, unlike student 1, student 2 has created a Google document, actually a Google slide. So student 1 created a Google document right from Create. Now, student 2 has already created a Google slide answering this question, but did not do it through the Create function. They just went to Google Apps and went to Google Slides and created a Google slide. So if they have a document or a slide or Excel or kind of Google type document, they just simply go to Add and click on Google Drive. And the great thing about Google Drive is that it saves the most recent work that you have right at the top. And then, so since student 2 has created this slide for the assignment, it's right there on top. So they simply just click on it, go to the Add button, and it's ready to turn in. So it's right there, ready for the Google slide about their Google experience is right there. And so just hit turn in. And as you see there, it's done. And once again, the same options, they can unsubmit it and resubmit if necessary. And so we can go back to the stream. And you see right there, once again on the stream, you can see that it's done. Now, the next assignment we're going to look at is one in which the teacher has attached a document, and then the students can go and edit it. So let's go here. You have the Google Classroom worksheet. And as you can see here, there's an assignment given to student number 2, and it's the Classroom worksheet, so they can open it up. And as you see, there's the questions for them to answer. So the student can go through and answer the questions. The student has completed the worksheet and answered all the questions. You can see that in the bold print. So you can see the answers the student made. And so once again, we just return here. And since they filled in the worksheet, all they have to do is hit the turn in button, and it will turn it in. And you see the title here, so student number 2, Google Classroom worksheet, and it turns it in. And once again, to double check, as you go here, you can see that that is indeed the worksheet that they created, that they filled out, that the teacher made, and now they've completed it and are able to turn it in. So it's very simple. It's far easier to do that than to have students take your document or create a document and send it to your email, because you already have a lot of email and you have to go find all of that. But now it will keep it all together. And we're going to look at the teacher page here so we can see how everything is brought together. Okay, so now we're on the teacher page, and we can see you in Google Classroom, and 2 of the students, of course, have turned it in. We can move this to the top. That way it's all there together. So if you see it's turned in, and so we can click on it. And we see the 2 documents that have been turned in. Of course, this one hasn't turned in one yet, but these 2 have. And over here we can see organized by status. It gives us a list of who has completed the task. So student 1, student 2 have. This guy hasn't. So it's nice and convenient. Everything's there for the teacher to look at and see if things are done or not done and who needs to get things completed. Whereas before, if you haven't sent to your email, then you have to open your email, scroll through, and see and try to find the assignments, and it's just a big hassle. So definitely having students turn in assignments through the classroom page makes life a lot easier for you and the students. So now we can then look at one of these assignments. Let's look at student 1. We can hit that individually and see their assignment there. We can open it. And now as we're looking through it, we can then read it and see if there's anything we need to add. Now, the great thing about this, we can go through and highlight stuff and make comments. For example, this last paragraph here, or last sentence here, is a fragment. So I can click on, and once I highlight it, the little comment icon comes up. I can click on it, and I can type in a comment I might want to add. So I just type in and let the student know there's a fragment. So when I come back over here, once again I have the option, I can put a point total on here if I want. Let's keep it ungraded for now. But the great thing now, I've made comment on it, I can click on student 1 and hit return. And if I want, I can add a private message. Let them know there's an error to correct, and then hit return. And it goes back to them. And see, it lets me know that it's been returned to them. And now the status has changed. Now we only have 1 student in the done area. 1 student who has not done the project or the assignment. And then another one that the assignment's been returned to them. Okay, so now we're on the student 1 page, and as they can see, their assignment has been returned to them. So they can go through here and open it. They can see the private message that I sent the student that they need to correct the error. So they can open it here. And now the student can see the highlight area. They can see that I made a comment about that. So the student can go and fix the problem and then resubmit. So they made the correction. They can hit that's been resolved, and now they can go back and resubmit. And it signifies that it's been resubmitted. Now back on the teacher page, we can see that's been resubmitted. And so it's in the done category. but it does have the extra notation here that it's been resubmitted, so we know it's been something that we gave to the student and they've given it back. So now we know we don't have to do that again, and then we can take a look at it and see the change has been made. And it's even highlights it for you. You can even hit here and it'll show new changes that have been made and what type of editing has been done to it. So if we're satisfied with that, then we can go back here. All right, so go back to the, so now we're back on the assignment page and we can see that it's been done and resubmitted. Now we can, I put 25 points for this project so we can go in, and student 1 has made the changes I wanted to make, and so I'm satisfied with that. So I think their paragraph is good, so I can type in a 25 and it automatically gives me 25 out of 25 and say I'm satisfied with the Google slide that student 2 did. I can just type in 25 for that too. So since they are graded, we can return it to the students and let me know that it's been returned, and we can see that they're returned. And okay, so now student 1 can see that the assignment's been returned, and this time they open it, they can also see that they have a grade of 25 out of 25. In order for the students to see the grade, the teacher has to return it after they place a grade on it. So now the student can see their document, they can see the grade, and it's all right there for them. So instead of going back and forth through emails, which can be very confusing, especially if you have multiple assignments in different classes for that student, you can simply go through the classroom page and everything's there for them. So definitely a better way to do it than having students submit and asking you to edit or view through email. So definitely something for teachers to take advantage of and to use. Okay, so the other thing we wanted to look at too was how students can access and work on Google Docs or Google Slide that teacher assigns that's for a group project that goes in a category that students can edit. So, student can just simply click on. So the teacher can provide the title, maybe the number of slides, and each student can go in and make changes as necessary and make corrections and additions as well. So student 1 comes in and can make corrections and changes and move things around, and student 2 can do the same thing because they all have access to it and it's graded. So student 1 has completed this part of the slides. So now student 2 can also open up the document. You can see each member of class will slide containing rule. They can log on and then get on and add and make the corrections there and changes that they made to it as well. And then it's automatically saved. So then all the teacher has to do then is then look on their page and look and see that it's done. So going back here, they can then just mark it as done. Okay, all right, so they can mark it as being done. Okay, then the teacher can get on and type on the class note to see that student 2 is done. Student 1 could have added on 2. So say we can just go 100 points, just keep it that, and we can look at the slides and see what each one did on their slides. And we're satisfied with what they did, and we can just go in, type in their grade, and just hit return. And then once again, the student can go back to their page and see that it's been returned and see what their grade is. Okay, so for this video, we have seen student-created Google Doc or slide, how students can get on and create their own student document right there on the assignment page. We've seen students then also, we've also seen how students can take an individual copy that's been attached to their assignment page and access that, complete it, and turn that in. And then we talked about the teacher options. They can comment, grade, and return, and our comment, return, and grade, whatever order you want to go in. We've seen how students can then take a returned assignment, attachment, and then resubmit it. And then the teacher can view it, and then grade it and return. And then we saw at the very end, students can access the document or Google Slide and then make changes. Of course, the main idea here is for teachers to use the classroom and use the classroom page for the submitting and grading and returning of work, which makes the job far easier than trying to do it through Gmail. And I hope this video was helpful to you, that you'll be able to effectively use Google Classroom in your daily classes. Thank you.